something.
Ooh.
Dude. Hey, it's the same music. Oh.
Hey. Let's go.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I've heard it a couple times. I've heard you guys say you're looking for different music now.
It's to the point we just might it just might be an ongoing thing.
I like it.
We just might be looking for new music for like years.
Just keep talking about it.
God, we got to get a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, it's a happy hour number 13. 13 now.
Dang.
It's been a journey.
That happened fast.
It did.
13.
We've covered some ground.
Have you guys been doing it every day?
Not every day.
You know,
Oh, okay.
2 or 3 times a week.
Nice.
Try not to bring attention to that, but thanks.
Sorry.
I'm just teasing.
Pumping them out.
Yeah, dude, we're trying to. And we're trying to talk about, cool stories and successes. And my understanding is you've got a kind of a cool story today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
My client down in Northwest Arkansas just closed a very large deal. Yeah, it was. Do you want me to talk about the totals and everything now, or you want me?
Yeah,
to
well,
kinda,
tell everybody who you are first.
Oh, I'm Myles Murphy. I've been at Arsenal since January of 2022, so almost 3 years now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, BDR. But yeah, my client in Northwest Arkansas been working with us since January, so almost a year with them as well.
Wow.
We hadn't had a deal until today. This was one that we've been working since. It's been about 3 months, I'd say. I called in. I didn't have any information. I just called in and was asking who to talk to. The office manager there was like, yeah, actually, we're looking right now, but I'm not the one. I'm one of the people you need to talk to, but the one you need to talk to is out of town. She's like, email me. I'll get you connected. I emailed her. Didn't hear back. Found the lady I needed to talk to's mobile number. Called it, and she was like, yep, we are looking. We had our server die on us, and it wasn't backed up. We found out it wasn't backed up for 3 months.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it was a dermatologist for location, so pretty big deal that they messed up. So they were looking to move pretty quick. We met with them, really liked us, wanted us to do an on-site visit. So we went to all 4 locations, brought them cookies, some gift cards and stuff. So they actually ended up saying that was one of the things that kind of won them over. They showed
Don't
them.
say that.
I hate
Oh my
they
God.
they really did. They really did. They really liked that touch.
Hey.
But yeah, so it kind of went back and forth. I had followed up on the proposal a couple times. The last time I'd caught the lady out of town on a conference, I left her a voicemail. She called me back last Monday and was like, "Hey, I got back from my conference. She gave me the verbal. We're moving forward with you guys." So I was like, "Holy cow, that's crazy!" Because it closed for 17,200 MRR.
Brother.
Yeah. So
When it closed, you walked over by me, sitting at my desk, and you were just like this.
yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was awesome.
What's going on?
Yeah, it was awesome. So really psyched for them too. He was super grateful. 'Cause I've been working hard for him. Got him tons of appointments, really good stuff. A lot of stuff was just bad timing, but this was just perfect timing and it worked out. Yeah.
And are you saying you're feeling good about some other appointments they've got, or what they got in the hopper?
So they have another small project. They have a company that's helping them with. They're doing pen testing, but they're not doing resolution. So we're going to come in and do resolution on some of the stuff that the other company's finding, and they're still under contract with them, but they're actually going to want to work with us for the pen testing quarterly after their contract's up. That project's, I think, it's about $1,800, so that one's pretty close too. And there's some more they have in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the big one.
This is the big one. This is a big one. Yeah.
I said a couple prayers tonight for you, Myles. Remember, that was a big old deal. Dude.
200K.
You had a couple big ones out there, at least in the pipeline too, from like months ago. This isn't the same ones. Like you've had several meetings where it's resulted in like 5 figures a month or more, right?
Yeah. I'm blanking on them right now, but
I
there's
remember
a
when
couple
you
out.
said it was like $120,000.
Oh,
for an
yeah.
infrastructure.
That's a manufacturer or a machine shop a little bit further south from them. That one we're still working. That one was really close. That one was about $9K.
Wow.
It kind of fell through because our point of contact there ended up had another career opportunity, so he moved on. So now we're back in talks with the president. But he said to hold off because their IT company still had some stuff. They're trying to get out of contract, but they were trying to figure out like what hardware they owned and a bunch of other stuff they were trying to sort out. So we're still following up with that, but it's what am I looking at?
Those are your other closed deals that you had so far this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are a little older, but
Just got that on hand?
he just looked up what'd you look up?
Just go on
In
the
the
closed deal
closed deal,
chat.
look
Do
up my
you
deal
look up
chat.
Myles?
God, it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
it's like we're organized or something. Holy smokes. How much commissions that? Well, first of all, what's the term length? Is it a 1 year?
It's a 1 year,
2 year?
yeah. So I looked at it again. It's a 12-month commitment, so just a single year.
That's
But,
a lot of money.
yeah, it's 20K, 20,600 in commissions.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
pretty excited.
They're going to pay you out monthly?
I haven't decided. Aaron asked me that. I'm not sure. I'll probably do monthly.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's almost.
I wouldn't
2,000.
take a big old haircut. But then again, way
Yeah, I
things
don't know.
are.
I'll talk with them. I'll figure something out.
Get
Because
mo-
they said they're super excited. They said they can't wait to cut me a check. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll cut me a big one.
I called Jason afterwards and just congratulated him. I was like, "Hey, I heard about the win today," and you could hear it in his voice. And he even said, "He goes, we are so super happy with this. Like,
Yeah.
Myles does a great job. They had nothing but good things to say about you." And he even said that they've actually been referring us to just any business that they feel like could use our service. They've been very
Yeah.
happy with you.
Did he talk
working with
about the one specifically, the guy Brad?
Nothing specific.
No.
One was like an accounting or financial firm or
Yeah.
something.
They're in medical. There's their best clients. This guy in the medical field, and they're B2B. And he was connecting me. He said he's going to reach out. So
B2B medical.
I'm not sure what it is. I don't know any details. I don't know the company name, but you're probably going to talk with them soon.
Doctors to your office.
Yeah, whatever works.
Hey, dude.
If it's B2B, we'll do it.
Yes,
What
sir.
are you going to do with the money, man? You just going to pocket it?
I
Gonna
don't know.
spend on something stupid?
Maybe like the first check, I'll buy some dumb stuff. I don't know yet, but
You were telling me you wanted to
see.
buy a 911.
I mean,
What do you
yeah, I
like?
don't
That's
think
9/11
I don't
money,
think
dude.
that ain't 9/11 money.
Sure it is.
Not yet.
What are you talking about?
You can get the 9/11 with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I think
see.
you could.
We'll see.
Yeah. There might not be a whole lot left over.
Yeah, I don't want to go broke.
Still have a
Make sure you
911.
pay your taxes.
Still have a 911 though.
Yeah, I got the taxes
You'd
too.
be trading in a pretty new car, too. I mean,
Yeah.
That car has 40,000 miles on it.
That's good.
My new
It's
one.
fine.
Yeah.
How many did you buy new?
Yeah, I bought it brand new. I drove it off the lot with 6 miles on it.
Wow.
How long have you had it?
2 years.
Is that just driving to work, or do you?
Yeah.
Take
I live in
some-
St. Peters.
You take road trip? I know St. Peter's ain't that far though.
Yeah.
You road trip around?
Kind of far.
I've only been, I think, to Nashville with it.
God, Sam can be.
Extended Metro.
Yeah. Everything's far. If it's not Main Street, St. Charles, it's like
It's an
Fucking
hour
across the
away from
planet.
here. What do you want?
I'm saying.
My drive's not that far. It's about
It's
45.
I'm 25 miles away from her. That's
I am. I'm looking at places around here though.
You 100%
really?
should.
Yeah.
You find anywhere good?
All over.
Fort's place is pretty nice. Pretty good pricing. So it's only like a 15-minute drive.
Where's
you go.
I'm starting to look.
Fort
Fortnite,
Barry?
Counter Fort, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talking about renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Not thinking about buying a house.
Not yet. I don't know.
Dude,
maybe I'll use all this money and I'll.
You
away.
have to. There's zero money down for a USDA loan.
Yeah, right. First time home buyer.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't
you're in
use
the
your
USDA.
FHA.
Yeah, you're. One of the reasons we picked out here is so you guys could buy houses and not get smoked on pricing and taxes. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I think like the USDA. I think as soon as you cross over the St. Louis County line,
Yeah, it's like half of Pacific, and then basically a straight line directly up. So
Yeah.
Franklin County and west.
I think like even if the homes didn't cost as much as they did, they would qualify in this subdivision because of the area. I think like it can only reach a certain threshold or something like that. Like you can't buy a USDA $2 million home. I don't
Right,
think they
yeah,
allow
yeah.
that.
It's pretty high. I think it's
But
like
you-
1.2 million is like
No
the
shit.
max. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy.
I'm just zero money down.
Yeah.
We were looking at it with Ben. Ben was on the sales floor. We were talking about it, Ben, and Bone Break.
Yeah.
Again, a couple months ago, I think the interest rates were like in the 4s for a USDA loan. No money down, 4% something interest rate. Who knows what it is now?
The credit threshold.
You're selling it pretty well. I might have to look.
I mean,
I'm looking.
You are?
or you
Yeah, wash mow.
can go and stay
there,
in
it
St.
looks-
Charles. It's great.
I'm closest. I'm
Have they shut
basically
any
St.
more
Charles.
wells
Yeah.
down recently?
No.
No?
Wells? What?
Aaron is convinced that St. Charles is falling apart, and it's just the furthest thing from the truth. Like,
It's falling apart. I would get letters. I'd get letters at the St. Charles office. They're like, hey, we have like a responsibility. We have to tell you we're obligated. Like we shut down another well. It could affect the water supply in your building. You know, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I remember that. They were buying water from the city.
Why was that
They
happening?
didn't have enough.
Why were they shutting
Because
some
the
down?
water, the wells were like contaminated or something like that.
Oh, well, they got that. What is that? Over the river, there's all that stuff.
they've got it handled. It's
Oh,
not
they've
an
got it
issue.
handled, Sam. It's
Totally
not-
fine.
There was a
Okay.
well that was shut down because it was like one of like 9, and it was just like, hey, responsibility to tell you this while we get it fixed. And Aaron's like, well, the whole place is going under, let's get out.
You could type in like Manhattan Project, Weldon Spring,
3 Mile
and
Island.
you might
Which
see
is
some
not
stuff.
even close to where we're talking
But I
about.
thought
where we
over
live.
over on the other side of the river, back in like the industrial park over there, that's where like they got all the, what's it down
Yeah.
there, all the rocks and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
That's like Weldon Spring
am I
on
thinking?
the
What
other
is
side
it?
of 40.
It's like the harmful chemical.
yeah,
Yeah,
The
ur-
nuclear
uranium or
radiation.
plutonium or whatever.
all the
Yeah.
Yeah,
radiation.
like in World War II, but that's like on the other side of Highway 40 from like
all
where
right.
we're at. So that's honestly closer to here. That's literally like you can see this office if you could cross the river where it's at. So not
For sure.
yeah,
You know your history.
not
Sam.
St. Charles.
We screwed up when we moved. We should have stayed.
Hey, it's not.
I'm
too
not
bad
even
where I'm
joking.
at.
Somebody got shot at the
Oh, my God.
Oktoberfest or whatever immediately after
Oh, that's
we
a
left.
bummer. That's this weekend.
Somebody got shot right before we moved in.
Yeah.
When we signed the lease, somebody got shot there, and then somebody got shot like right as we were leaving.
Blood.
Somebody
That was
got
that
somebody-
fight, right? That fight outside the bar.
That was like a movie scene. Do you remember seeing the blood on the front of
never
the
saw
door?
It was
no.
wild.
I saw
I
it.
just
Sam like
remember
would
talking about
refuse to believe. He's like, it's not real if I don't see it.
I have a video, but
Never happened.
Some dude, they were in a fight, and this guy slammed his head into the front of our building and just wiped a blood smear like 100 feet across this building.
Did you ever?
I never saw it. I can't
Somebody
speak to it.
somebody took a fire
I
hose
need to
and
defend
sprayed
myself.
blood
I
across
don't
the
know what
building.
to say.
Sam just puts his blinders on. Back to Dallas.
It's the greatest place ever.
Did you ever see the video of the taxi cab blowing up behind the office?
I did. I remember who
It was,
filmed that.
it was me and Tanner.
Tanner, that's
me and
right.
Tanner.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
showed up like first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. There's a taxi cab on fire back by our parking lot, and this lady is like screaming, obviously, and it catches on fire, and just like a movie, sparks, explosion. It just blew. It just blew up. It was wild.
I do miss the character of the place
Yeah.
occasionally.
It was always exciting.
I missed what the bar, near the bar we would go to. We're not going to name any names, where people would bring their dogs in. The dogs would just pee on the floor.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories.
Yeah. It was a gnarly place. You ever see a dog pee on a floor? At
Have I
At one of
ever
the
seen a
bars?
dog pee on the floor?
yeah, at one of the places on St. Charles Main Street.
At Main Street, no, I have not.
I haven't seen a dog.
Have I seen a dog pee on the floor? Yes, many a times. I have 2 at home.
So they were your dogs? I'm just
Got 'em.
teasing. Just teasing. No, there's a reason why we moved out here. You know, you will probably be a little bit early if you want to get the good deal, right? It's going to feel like, oh yeah, we're kind of out just a little bit further ahead. But, you know, that's when you buy the house, and then everybody moves and they build, and the values go up, and then
Right.
you sell. So it's you're either following people,
Yeah.
or you're attracting them,
Right.
you know, and reaping the benefit. So anyway, dude, super proud of you.
Thank
you.
you.
Know, if that
Thank
means anything. Impressed as well.
Yeah.
freaking do a great job. You've worked with all different kinds of clients. You've set up a ton of deals.
Yeah.
You're doing it in like one of the hardest times right now to sell like anything. You can't sell anything right now. It's tough.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in some pretty tough markets too. I mean, I had a conversation with my client out in L.A., Los Angeles, one of the most, I think, toughest, most crowded places. He said that the deal that we have out with a manufacturer for 7,400, I believe,
Wow.
is really close. He said it's going to close, just a matter of when. So he was
Sure.
trying to onboard him this month. He says it's probably going to be a November onboarding.
Ooh.
But yeah, that one's 7,400. We have one with our client out in Manhattan, up northeast. Another tough market. He has a deal that's going back and forth through email right now. It's got to get approval from the president, but that one's 3,200. And then he's got a final presentation meeting Thursday, so in 2 days, for about a 13K.
Cool.
So all like really close deals that, I mean, it all adds up to like, I think I did the math. It's like 40K MRR that could close in the next like
crazy.
month.
And everyone's rev share.
All of them are rev share, yeah. Yeah.
Just goes to point out that when people say, you know, is it true that it works well? Like, I want good meetings. Like, why would you not set up
Yeah.
good meetings when you know
Yeah.
you're on the line to get commission?
I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why we do what we do, is to make more money.
You're not doing it to waste time. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I know.
And Sam, I didn't mean to poke too much fun at St. Charles. You know, I like to tease.
I like
Yeah.
St. Charles.
There's a
Sam.
goat hill right
That's
there.
why we still live out there.
Oh man.
I'll be there this weekend. It's Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
It's Oktoberfest.
Don't get shot.
My house has gone up. My house has gone up $20,000 in the last year in St. Charles. I have no complaints.
Hey, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Well, what's the new business development rundown? Let's go through it real quick. We spent a lot of time on St. Charles.
Yeah, new biz. Slow start to the day, but we came through. I think we're close to 20 on the day so far. We had to make a couple of changes on the fly. We got SEMO out of HVAC. Numbers were down, so we put them in our two best industries, IT and roofing. We saw the appointments start flowing. So yeah, pretty good day. I mean, we're batting down the hatches. We've got to finish the month strong and then start next month exceptionally strong.
Man, that's awesome. We just got a review from Jason Robinson, by the way.
Nice.
He just left it.
Your
read,
guy?
I will read it to finish up the podcast today because it's pretty long.
Is it?
It's very well thought out. It looks like it's awesome.
Can't wait
So
to
that
hear
means
it.
a lot.
Awesome.
Andy just sent an email yesterday.
Yeah.
Myles is a stud.
Miles is a stud. Yeah,
the
he's a
flex.
stud.
Go.
Yeah, with the flex emoji.
Needs bigger guns. All right. It's going good, man. Right? You know, it's good to know that when one piece of the business maybe falling a little bit behind, the other one's picking it up.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
we're still at what? How many signed deals right now?
I think 11 signed. Maybe not all of them through
You talking
so far.
this month?
Yeah.
No, we're at about 14.
14.
We're
Okay.
I think we have 13 signed and committed this month, with another 5 from the end of last month. We are onboarding 18 clients.
Yeah.
We have another guy that
Plus,
trying-
there is a deal that, I mean, basically it's not happening because we had to tell them that our service costs money.
yeah,
I think they were
Yeah,
it's like, I'm going to have to pay you money.
yeah. People don't always read their contracts, which is why I constantly
What did
say,
you guys
"Look, why
talk
don't I
about
sit
for
here and
30 minutes?"
walk through it with you?"
There's sometimes you get through and you're just like, did you even listen to anything?
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like I've got a notification that another deal has been signed, whether it's executed or not. I mean, deals come in at all the times.
Let's go.
You know, so we're chasing down some stuff. I had some really good conversations with some guys up in Canada today. A couple of markets that you wouldn't think of, like I think it's pronounced Barrie.
Yeah.
In Hampton, there's another guy that I think I'll be meeting with here soon, and they're outside of the Toronto market.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of good stuff coming. I've had some good conversations today with guys in Orlando. I had a good conversation with a guy in Baton Rouge
Yeah.
that is part ownership. It's family-owned business, and we had one more, which I can't even remember all the markets because it's like you just hop from one to the next.
Yeah,
to the next.
I will say, I will piggyback off what Aaron said. It is nice, like especially when my side of the house is slow, you're grinding it out. You know, every single appointment, every single pitch. It's cool. It's really cool.
What about when your side of the house is slow?
My side of the house, like when the deals are getting signed.
Yeah, when you're slow, when you're not getting enough deals.
When I'm not getting enough deals, it's usually because I'm not doing enough appointments. My close
I was
percentage.
teeing you up. I was hoping you'd say I'm never.
Like
I was gonna say
That
for
was
you,
the
but
right
it's
answer.
okay.
there's two answers here. It's close percentage and number of deals, which they're all directly affected by the number of meetings that you get. But I have been pretty consistent over the course of the last year and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
definitely.
dude. You've been doing a great job. DJ, Zeke are picking up. I think Zeke said that he's got a guy who's basically planning on working with us. He just needed to close the deal, and then he's getting onboarded. Waiting on that agreement. Yeah, it's kind of driving. The team's coming together. I'm seeing more of the mid level management starting to develop, which is nice.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just entry level. We've got vets. We've got leaders, directors. We've got guys who are, just like independent and getting stuff done.
Yeah.
It's very encouraging. It's a far cry from the first time I went to Florida. Do you remember? Remember that?
I do remember it, but I don't remember.
I'll tell this quick story before we get to news and get out. So, but when it was just you and Sean, and it's like the first day I took any kind of time off, and then
This story.
I left, and was it on a Thursday or Friday, or like a Friday?
It was a Friday.
Friday. Oh, dude, these guys
I think I remember this story.
struggling to get the dials in, like every day, blah 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 blah. And then I leave, and I'm out of office on Friday, dude. 120 dials done by like 11:30. I check in on the office. Everybody's gone.
Yeah, that was a misread on our part. Yeah.
Am I misremembering that story?
No. I will say and vouch that the dials were good, but yeah, it was
The focus was crazy though.
it was unusual, very unusual.
Because you wanted to go home on a
Well,
Friday.
yeah.
So
Well,
you're like, let's
no,
get done as quick as we can.
Sean had a cake tasting that he had to go to.
Because he was getting
He
married.
was getting married, and I didn't want to be there by myself.
Sure.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What do you want? And Aaron's like, Aaron's beating it into us. Is like, you're pros. You should be able to take a tea time at 2-3 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you're ahead, take Fridays off if you're on pace. And so I mean, we were just living in that vein, really.
If it was a factory line, the factory daily goals would have been immediately adjusted. It's like, oh shit, you can do that many widgets by 11:30. Yeah. Or we're doing more widgets per day. And but we didn't do that. We said, hey, sales is about having flexibility and stuff like that. Anyway, I was just joking. I feel like I went and got my physical today.
Yeah.
And it felt good knowing like, hey, I can just totally be gone and tuned off, and you guys are going to make stuff happen even if something comes up. Okay, what's next? We talked about deals, new bit. Are we on news?
Politics.
News and it doesn't always have to be politics. It can be news though.
It is politics.
Look at Myles. Just
I don't know.
Just started
anything.
sweating, dude.
No, I just don't know.
Are you
Anything.
sure?
I don't pay attention. Yeah.
It's like pop culture too.
Diddy's on suicide watch.
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they put him on it because they're
Yeah,
with all the accusations and the charges.
Sure.
He was
But,
denied bail 3
he's
times.
on
He-
Epstein.
I
Suicide,
also-
watch.
I also
Yeah.
read that he has offered up his like $50 million worth of real estate as collateral, as well as all of his kids, his mother's house, and their passports to get him out on bail.
It doesn't matter, dude.
He is really trying to get out of jail.
We'll
He's
never
toast.
see him again if he gets out.
He's toast.
He's really getting cooked right now, isn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Two questions. Do you think the Tupac stuff gets brought up? And
They already did.
did they?
That already did.
like
yeah.
in
yeah,
court?
like
Yeah,
I-
well, not in
they were
court.
talking to his
Okay.
prosecutors.
I think he's gonna die, and it's all gonna get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. Do you think he rats?
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like to who?
So like all these years, people have kept their mouths shut about Tupac. Do you think he rats
No.
to get out
To
scot-free?
to what?
I don't know.
You're like
he
you're
says
assuming,
the names Epstein wouldn't.
Here's the thing. I think the whole giving up a story or whatever, you're assuming that the people who have him in custody basically don't already know. I think whatever he could give, they already know.
Yeah.
They're not there to try to get information out of him. He's there to prevent him from delivering information.
He's
is what
definitely
I
the
think.
fall guy, though, for an operation, right? Like, I don't think P. Diddy's like orchestrating all this. It's
I think
just
when
his house and his lube. It's
Again,
like,
I think when he goes down, it's just a message to everybody else that's involved in that stuff that
Yeah.
you're not untouchable.
How do you feel about the hype video now?
The what video?
Oh, the hype video.
Still gets me
From
hyped,
Diddy.
dude.
It gives me hype.
All right.
but
Him on
He
the-
broke that phone so quick. It was awesome. Bump him.
What's next?
I wonder what he was talking about.
What can't you do? I'll do it.
Oh, no.
Anything that I want, I have to get.
he will get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He is getting what he wants. Doesn't matter what you say or anyone else. I think that's why he's in jail.
Tracks. What else? George Soros is buying like a gazillion radio stations. You hear about that?
No. What's the play there?
To broadcast, the politics that he wants.
Uniform the media?
Why does he, support the campaign finance, of the prosecuting attorney of a city,
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, it's just like there's just so many different
It's a weird
4D
demographic.
chess moves. I think I read that it touches about 165 million listeners.
Really?
Yeah, and it's somewhere near half the country, right?
Yeah. I guess I listen to the radio.
He's just going to buy them. FCC fast tracks the station purchase.
Sure.
What else is going on? Visa is getting sued for being a credit card monopoly. Donald Trump said he's going to cap credit card interest
That's
if he gets
cool.
elected at 10% temporarily.
10%.
10%. Yeah.
That's low.
super low. And I think the criticism is, if you do that, then just less people will have access to credit. They're not going to give you a credit card if they can't assess interest on it.
Yeah.
Kind of goes both ways.
That makes sense.
God, I know there was something else that I was. Oh man, I saw something.
I wish I could contribute. I don't watch the news anymore,
I saw something where it was
and
like,
I don't use Twitter. I don't or
it-
X. Sorry.
It's good.
I like it. It's entertaining, but I don't know. I find that the algorithm then it just feeds me stuff that I like click on, and then it's like I don't get both sides, and it's like, all right, now I'm in the echo chamber, and like,
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to my wife. There's like, obviously people who are pro X and they like it, and then there's the folks who don't, and then there's whole just like back channel and operations to try to just flood it with a bunch of adult content and delegitimize or blah, 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 whatever it's called. Like hurt its reputation so you don't want to use it. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It's just complex stuff right now. It's crazy. Oh, I was going to say Elon Musk says he's going to go to Mars in like 2026 or something.
Himself?
No, I don't think he's going.
oh, he's
How
not
convenient.
People are talking.
Do you think it? Do you think that's legit? We'll get out of here in a second. But
He said he would take volunteers. He's not going to pay you, but if you want to go, he'll blast you.
oh, we'll end on this. We're talking about planets and stuff. How many hemispheres are there?
On Earth,
Miles, let's
Yeah, on Earth. Not a trick question.
2
Oh no! Oh no!
Which ones? Hold on.
hemispheres.
Yeah.
Hemispheres. Which ones?
Am I wrong?
No,
I don't know.
No,
Which
you're not.
ones?
You're not. They're saying this because they're trying to poke at me. Go ahead. What are the two?
I'm not poking.
Sam's
what are the
you've
two?
emboldened Sam.
I feel dumb. I feel like
It's okay.
Northern and Southern Hemisphere.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
he said the opposite.
What are
you
you-
said East and West yesterday.
Now you're making shit up.
Oh,
Wait, what is the answer?
4.
I think there's
Okay, see, and that's what I
He
figured.
says
I
north,
figured I was
south,
going to be
east
wrong.
and west.
No,
and I said
no.
there's
Eastern
two.
hemisphere? Is
There's
that-
north and south, or it's east and west, however you want to look at it. There's not 4.
Eastern Hemisphere.
We were
Yeah,
always taught growing
it-
up there was 2.
I almost said 4.
separated by
Let's-
the equator.
It's 4.
I almost said 4.
It's 4. It's okay.
It's half of
I
a
knew it was
sphere.
4.
yeah.
There's
2
a
ways
north
to
and
have it.
south. There's 4 different directions.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Sam
I knew
disagrees.
that. I knew that.
Whatever works.
Which hemisphere is St. Charles in? Is it the extended metro?
It's on the Eastern
All right.
Hemisphere.
What's next, Matt?
When the joke is when
Moving
when Sam's pitching, he tries to tell prospects that we're basically like in Kansas,
the extended
like we're
St.
just
Louis Metro.
St. Louis, but really we're just that way, man. We're just
We're just
way over there,
Way over there.
way over there. You need a bullet train. And I chime in and say, it's the Metro. In your mind, where do you think the Metro ends?
When you get to like the Missouri River, like when you're
The river.
outside of St. Louis County.
I mean, that's a
Like,
pretty
That's
good.
what I say out of St. Louis
St.
County.
Louis is
Right.
like St. Louis County to me. When you
Right.
get the extra
Probably.
counties around it, that's in
That's
my
what I would say.
mind the extended metro area of
Yeah.
St. Louis because it's not St. Louis County anymore.
Right.
We're not even under the same rules and taxes and everything else. There's like, so in my mind, that's extended.
So when you go to town and somebody asks where you're from, do you say St. Charles or do you say St. Louis?
I say part of the St. Louis extended metro area
You do not say that.
or St. Charles. Depends on who you're talking.
I say St. Louis.
When you got introduced to your fiance's family and they asked you where you're from, you said, I'm from the extended
I
St.
said
Louis
I was born in
metropolitan
St.
area.
Louis and I moved to St. Charles.
There you go.
Part of
And that's
this
where I live now.
extended.
Well, they understand what St. Charles is.
I'm
If
just
I was
teasing.
out of town, I would never say St. Charles.
True. Yeah, I think St. Charles is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's its own separate city and stuff. It's in a
Yeah.
different county.
It
I
is.
wish we held a little bit stronger to that. It needs its own sports teams and stuff, but we don't do that. Okay, anyway, so then we'll end with this. From the review, Arsenal called on us for a couple of years before we decided to engage them for business development. It was partially a timing thing, but there was also hesitation, concern for the brand equity. Pretty skeptical of cold calling in today's market, but as a business, we had decided to get intentional about growth and the strategy for our future. Business partner and I had a few questions internally, as well with the Arsenal team about our message, company values, target clients. It's scary trusting your baby to a third party after further discussion and some prayer. Guys prayed on it. I mean, it's legit.
That's
We
awesome.
decided to onboard in February of this year. During the process, we requested a specific BDR based on some history between our companies. Myles had called on us in the past, and we knew he was well-versed in the MSP space in our territory. Special request.
That's awesome.
This was a big commitment for us financially, but we trusted the process and saw very quickly that we were getting traction in the market. Our industry sales cycle tends to be longer, and there are several barriers into a new account. Trust, fear of change, cost, service alignment, etc. Myles has done a fantastic job. We consider him part of the office family. He's driven and is looking out for what is best for us. He operates like we do with our clients as an extension of the internal team. I can truly say there is no way we would have had the opportunities we've seen this year without his hard work. I'm a super geek, not a sales guy, but Myles and I have a formula, and it's working. After 8 months, we closed our first deal, put a money bag emoji. It was absolutely worth it. The kind of deal that elevates your business to a new level. Rocket ship emoji. We're blessed with the partnership we found with Arsenal. They are a great fit for our organization, and we see it as a long-term investment relationship. They manage a true sales process, and we see it scaling well as we grow with them. If you read this far, then I hope this review was helpful. These guys are legit, and they have proven to us they bring results.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Round of applause.
Hey.
Round of applause.
Thank you, Jason.
I don't think there's a better way to end it than that. Myles, do you got anything to add to that?
No, I don't think so. That was perfect.
Perfect.
great.
Do you have
Great
a,
work.
are you going to have a slot available coming up here soon?
Yes,
Think
next
you
month. One slot.
One slot.
If you're looking for a rep, Myles is your guy.
There you go.
Have a great day.